Okay, guys, before I get started here, real quick, one goof I've got to own up to. I accidentally turned map number 4 backwards, okay? And I've decided to go ahead and just leave it as it is. One, because I've already recorded, part 1 of the video. And 2, I actually kind of like it better that way with the jungle up against the village. It's actually a little harder on me than it would be because it gives the opponents, the NVA, a more direct line into especially my tanks in the route that they're coming up. But yeah, since I've already started recording, I'm just going to go ahead and leave the map as is. Someone was nice enough to email me and let me know, like, hey, Gimpy, you got it backwards. And it's just as I was moving things around to get the camera set up, I accidentally turned it backwards and just missed it. So, oh well, we're going to let it fly as is and enjoy part 1. Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, Gimpy, and I'm here with the first turn of Heroes of the Nam. Been a little busy here recently. Been pulled at a lot of different directions, especially thanks to the crap that's going on with whether or not we're moving. Still waiting to find out. And so that goes down one way or the other. I'm kind of having to prepare to possibly move. So it's like, what do I have to pack up? So I did have a few minutes here, and I wanted to try to jam in a quick turn here. This isn't going to be a long video. It's probably just going to be me getting my troops on the board and kind of establishing my, plan of action of what I'm going to do. I was eyeballing it. I'm going to stick with my strategy, but I'm thinking of kind of like a three-pronged attack here, where I'm going to try to go up here along the left side, because this recoilless rifle that's in this bunker has a pretty good field of fire. I was thinking, okay, well, I can get up into the edge of these woods and fire onto the infantry, but no, this guy along here and over, he has a field of fire, so he can put down some serious hurt on any of the Marines that get to the edge here. So I'm hoping maybe I can send a squad around here, and this wall might block off some of their visibility that are over here, so I really only have to worry about these guys and possibly these guys, if I don't take them out, firing on me, so I can come around maybe the backside of the bunker and go after that weapon team, because if I can take that out, that opens up my avenue of approach all in here into the juicy guts of the town. So a couple of squads this way, a couple of squads in the center, and like I said, I'm doing an end run around the village, around the backside with the tanks. Really? I was kind of debating on like what I'm going to do as far as the VC is concerned, and I really don't think I'm going to even bother drawing cards for them, because they're not going to move. The only thing they would potentially do is op fire, and the only thing they're going to be able to see, because none of my infantry are going to move out into the open this turn, the only thing they could potentially see would be tanks, and no one with the ability to do any damage to a tank is going to be in range of it, or even, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, my tanks aren't going to get near that guy. This guy wouldn't even bother to have a shot. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm just not even going to worry about the NVA forces this turn, because they might see hints of my tanks as they go shooting up this way, but it would just be some small arms fire going at them, so I'm just not going to worry about that and have them get over here. That way I can burn through the turn fairly quickly. So let's see, we'll start with my first kill team that's going in here. Now, like I said, this bunker has this line right along these hexes here, because they can see out of the front 3 hexes and not the back 3 hexes, and then their line of sight shoots out from there. Okay, so these hexes on out. So as long as I stay to this left side, which gives me just a very little bit of view. If I had noticed that, they could have put this bunker 1 hex back and pretty much had me kind of pinned in here. So I'm glad I missed that when I was setting up the NVA troops. But that's part of how I try to make this fair when you're playing solitaire, is I set these troops up like I would set them up if I were trying to play them. Now, of course, it's not perfect, but I tried to set them up in the most advantageous positions I thought they could have, and around the victory objectives, since the buildings are the places they need to go. And I figured it wouldn't be good for them to try to pinned into these buildings, but everywhere back over here. So first kill team is going to be my Pathfinder group. I'll put it on screen so you guys can see what's all in this stack here. It's the hero Wozniak in a couple of squads and some support weapons. The hero's got the M60 and they've got a bazooka. So I'm trying to have it to where an M60 and a bazooka is, you know, right about here, and then there's another one around here. So they've got heavy weapons kind of spread throughout the village, and of course, you know, tanks there on the far side. So since I can enter anywhere along this southern hex, I had this planned out, you know, when I was off, but I'm looking at it now and I'm like, no, where do I put him? Okay, the stack's going to go here. He's going to be spotted. Are they? Yeah, they might as well take an op fire, because I don't want to take and leave my guys back so far that I have to burn even extra movement points moving them up. So where do I put them? If I go there, if I go one hex back, yeah, we'll go one hex back. We'll just get onto the partial hex of the map. That way they can't see me, because I just do not want to give them the chance to fire, because these jungle hexes will give me a fair amount of cover. Let's see, let's actually take a little look at our little sheet here. That thick, heavy jungle, yeah, it's a 2 target modifier, but it's actually +3 for MVA and VC forces. That's interesting, I like that. But that means if I was there, I would only be at a +2, and he'd be firing with a firepower of 2 against all my guys there, and that could potentially kill some of my guys. Not kill them, actually, probably just shake them or wound them, but there's no need to give them the chance right here at the start. No need. Let's stay out of line of fire. And like I said, I'm not worrying about drawing cards. They're, for the most part, not going to see anything but maybe a glimpse of something. So the town's kind of okay for the first turn. Second kill team that's moving in is my Pathfinder kill team. Oh, yeah, the first one was the Gunner kill team, not the Pathfinder kill team. Excuse me. And I'm saying that because the leader, Captain Peters, has the Pathfinder ability. And the reason I'm sending him in second is because he's pushing through these hexes, and him and everyone with him only pays 1 for jungle hexes, heavy, light, and then the Kuni grass, which is this green looking crap over here. So he can move through here without paying 2-3 movement points to move his way through, so I can get him about midway and then push up on the following turn. Let's see if we go, because I can't get too close and let them see me, so I got to stay into the middle of the jungle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There, I would be spotted, because I think light jungle is degrading, not blocking terrain. Let me make sure about that. Yeah, heavy jungle is blocking and light jungle is degrading. So you see, it's hard when it's all this green mess here, but this hex is degrading terrain while this hex is blocking terrain. So if I move up into this hex, they can see me through there since I'm moving, since I'll effectively be getting myself spotted. And this wouldn't have a line of sight because it's passing through a couple of degrading hexes, so he wouldn't, but he would have a line of sight. And again, I'm not trying to give these guys a shot on this first turn if I can avoid it, but I want to get him up as far as possible. Let's see if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could leave him here. 6. Yeah, he could only get to there. Following turn, he could move up and fire, and they would assault move, and I think that would only cost them 2 movement points. Let's see, 2 movement points. Yeah, 2 movement points. So I would be able to move and fire on the following turn, so we'll do that. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. So second kill team. Now, like I said, I'm trying to move up to where these guys can't see me, and I can take and move up on the following turn and do an assault move and try to put some fire down on these guys. That way I can kind of get myself into position. I'm worried about that recoilless rifle. Let me see what kind of stats that thing has. I'll throw it on screen so you guys can see that as well. Look at that. Oh, 6 penetration, and its HE value is 3, which is actually fairly good. So that thing can put out some hurt. I really need to get rid of him if I can, because he is just going to put a hurt on me. I mean, particularly he's going to go after my tanks, because he can do some hurt to him. I mean, the machine gun can. You can hurt a tank with small arms, but it's not that easy. And they've got a couple of RPGs over here that can as well. So as long as I prevent them from getting behind my tanks and make them fire at their front, and they would have to hit a specific part of the front, because the 8 armor is more than the penetration that most of these guys can put out with their support weapons and weapon teams, which means they need to hit whichever one that is. I think it's the turret is 8 and the hull is 6, or vice versa. Either way, they need to hit the 6 to be able to do damage to the front. So it's not very good for them, but if they get around to the sides or the back, they can do some hurt. Okay, second and third kill team. I'm planning on shooting them up this road, okay? That way they can come up a little bit farther and try to dip around into the center of the town, get into these jungle hexes here, and start putting fire that way, and possibly support the tanks if need be. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's as far as I can get. And I can't do the stack. Okay, first one is Sergeant Ash and his group. He's got the bazooka with him, and we'll have Lieutenant Reagan. See, officers hanging in the back. He's going to come up one behind. All right, so they didn't make it as far as I was thinking when I was first looking at this. But these guys are going to push into this far section of the little jungle that's here. Try to get over, take out. This is the key thing. This guy's spotting me. That's why I put him here, is that I could not get any of my guys into these front hexes here or over into this area without him spotting everything that's going on. The VC really don't care if he dies or he gets shaken and has to fall back, because he's opening a line of sight for anything that I'm doing over here. Alright, so now we're down to just my tanks. Let's count this out, because they can't drive over the rice paddies, which is this funky looking thing here. They can't drive through the heavy jungle, so they've got to shoot through this little gap right here up into this northern part. Let me make sure it's showing on camera. Yeah. Alright, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I can get there and there. Let's take, and that's the farthest I get. Do I want to get there? Yeah, that's going to block line of sight there. That's going to block. They do have an RPG here, but it's blocked off by the buildings that are here, so he doesn't have a line of sight right now. He's got an RPD, so he doesn't have range or anything. Where's the other RPG they have? Is it over here? Where is it? Yeah. Ooh, yeah, the RPG is over here. So they only have that and that recoilless rifle. See, that's the thing. Right up this road, you follow it straight along, all the way out to here, they can see the whole way. So the moment my tanks try to cross this is when I get shot right in the side by that recoilless rifle from all the way across. That's why my infantry has to take that out before my tanks can push on the far side of the village. Okay, so let's take and have them pointing north. It was these two hexes, I do believe. We'll have them face that way. And we'll put, oh, I love these X maps, man. It's been a little while since I've played on an X map. And look at this. I'm getting all my guys moved, and I wasn't even paying attention to the fact that I wasn't throwing down my counters. Moved, 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 and moved. Okay, so there's all my guys moved across the board. But yeah, I love these X maps because you can see how the vehicle counters, which are the biggest ones, don't even fill the whole hex. I mean, if you put it right up there against the edge, you still have room to put an infantry counter still there in the hex that the the vehicle goes in. So that's nice. It just gives you so much more room to play on. Oh, I love it. I gotta say, I love it. I'm not playing on any more the smaller maps. Any more scenarios that you guys request has to be one that I got an X maps for. I'm gonna have to talk to him, see if I can get some more X maps from him. Let's see. All right, I think I'm good. I'm gonna probably have to call it here on it. I want to make sure that they don't have any potential shots that I didn't give them. Let's see. No line of sight there. None. Yep. Because it's right here along this. I stopped one hex back, blocking him off, because there's a couple of degrading hexes here that's going to block off his line of sight to my tanks. And then blocking terrain here. So yeah, if you chase, trace, there we go, the line of sight, it is this line of hexes to where it's fully open. So once my tanks go one more, or this tank rather, this one has one more it could go forward. One more, I take a shot dead in the side and the tank's done. Because with its armor value of, 4 and 5, yeah, that recoilless rifle will put a hurt on him and take him out. I cannot afford to lose my tanks, and especially considering that's a victory condition for the VC to take out those tanks. I have to push my guys up and do some hurt onto this. So the next turn, these guys are going to be pushing forward. These guys might make an end run. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can get right behind the bunker here, but I'll be in the line of fire of them and take op fire. I'll be taking op fire from these guys. Ugh. I might have to wait 2 turns and get my guys into position, because I'm looking at it. If I race these guys up, they're taking fire from a couple of different directions, and I've only got one unit that's in position to move and then fire. Let's see, 1, 2. Those guys could move and fire, but they're not going to have a line of sight. I either have to take and spend one more turn finishing getting my guys into the right position so they can all move and fire the following turn, or I risk it. We'll have to make that decision on the next turn though. I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Like I said, I wanted to keep this video short. So you guys stay on the lookout for that. Make sure you enter in Gimpy's Game giveaway if you haven't already. I'll be doing that giveaway here in about another week or so. And you guys take care. I'll see you in the next one.